Hi, my name is Renee Hobbs, and Marisol has invited me to the expert meeting that you're having on December 1st to talk a little bit about my initiative, Mind Over Media. So I thought I would take a minute or two and talk to you a little bit about the initiative and about um, why I think propaganda analysis activities is a vital form of media literacy today, especially in the context of increasing polarization, apathy, and the rise of extremism in Europe, in the United States, and okay, beyond. We created Mind Over Media at the Media Education Lab here, and you can find it pretty easily, teaching about propaganda. So you click on teaching about propaganda and click here to access Mind Over Media. Watch the short video that introduces the initiative.
Today, propaganda is inescapable. In a world saturated with media messages, propaganda can be found in information, news, advertising, or entertainment. And sometimes it's easily recognizable. Other times, propaganda can be subtle. Are you more powerful than propaganda? The Media Education Lab introduces Mind Over Media, an online platform for understanding 21st century propaganda. At this website, you can view and discuss examples of propaganda in print, video, or digital forms. You can exchange opinions about the potential benefits and harms of media messages. Log in to Mind Over Media by going to www.mindovermedia.tv. Mind Over Media.
Great. Well, so at the website, you can learn about propaganda by understanding the different definitions of propaganda, think about the social responsibilities of propaganda, understand where propaganda can be found in journalism and public relations, advertising, government, education, entertainment, and advocacy. You can recognize some of the propaganda techniques like activating strong emotions and simplifying information and ideas and responding to audience needs and values and attacking opponents. One really fun activity is to basically take a look at some examples of propaganda and rate the examples from beneficial to harmful. Because Mind Over Media uses a crowdsourcing approach, users upload the content, they share their interpretations, and then you get to evaluate yours. So the person who uploaded this propaganda describes some background information about it. It gives an example, and people are commenting on this propaganda, right? Assessing their reactions to the piece and to the comments of other people. So let's take a look a little bit. This is a big controversy in the United States about the captivation of large marine animals. And you can see that 40% of the people who participated in Mind Over Media rated this as harmful propaganda. Only 4% viewed it as beneficial propaganda. Of course, one of the things that's really fascinating is to look at how to use Mind Over Media to support students' ability to critically analyze the representation of terror and of extremism in the media. Let's take a look at this clip and see what we think. Okay, we got the concept. This is a Fox News story. Appeared just a few days ago, November 20th, about the unfounded possibility of a jihadi Olympics among terror groups. Okay, so in general, I think this is harmful propaganda. Not too many people have voted for it yet. Looks like I'm the first one. So rating, here's another really interesting one, Russia Beyond the Headlines. This is a New York Times piece. It says distributed by the New York Times. It looks like news, but it's really public relations, paid for by the Russian government. right? So in general, I think that kind of stuff is harmful, but take a look at the different reactions of people who rated that. And then you can see that there's a lively comment thread here. Let's see if I can see the lively comment thread about people who think this is more harmful or less harmful, and basically feeling a little bit manipulated by the idea that maybe this form of propaganda is manipulative because we might be unaware that it's propaganda. What's really interesting is to be able to go to the gallery and browse the many different examples of propaganda, and just showing you sort of what the gallery really looks like. Recently, this one was uploaded, a really fascinating drawing identifying the issue of media bias. You can see that the responses to whether or not this is perceived as propaganda are really all over the map. And really one of the reasons why we want people to engage in this practice of reflecting on whether this propaganda is beneficial or harmful is really to provide a robust space of dialogue in the classroom. What might your reasons be for thinking this propaganda is beneficial? What might reasons be for thinking that this propaganda is harmful? So as in everything, it's the dialogic experience that we think creates the opportunity to address those critical thinking skills. Of course, it is pretty cool that when you browse the propaganda, you can filter it to look at those techniques that activate emotion, those techniques that attack opponents, those techniques that simplify ideas, and of course, you can sort them from least to most harmful or from most to least harmful. And of course, Europeans have been participating in talking with us across the internet about the kind of media coverage that may be beneficial or harmful about the cities against Islamicization. So we invite you to share this work with your communities, to upload examples of propaganda and participate in this dialogue. It's important to know that teachers are able to access a set of lesson plans for using the curriculum in the classroom, and teachers are able to create their own custom gallery. Say, for instance, just curating a set of resources about terrorism or about genetically modified foods. So teachers can create a custom gallery with only the propaganda that you and your students want to discuss. And that creates a lot of security and privacy because, of course, this site does have a whole lot of really interesting propaganda on it. Anyway, I'm Renee Hobbs. Thank you for joining me, and learn more about what we do at the Media Education Lab. And thanks for helping people of all ages learn to critically analyze contemporary propaganda. Bye now.